Hi there once again and welcome to Hoohaa Sports Today. I'm Patrick with news on the Carling Cup, Tiger Woods and Formula One. But we start with the Australian Open and Rafael Nadal's failure to capture the Rafa Slam. Fans of Nadal and Nadal himself would have wanted the honour of holding all the 4 Grand Slam titles concurrently. But it wasn't to be, as Nadal fell to compatriot David Ferrer in the quarterfinals. The world number 1 was disposed in straight sets of 6-4, 6-2 and 6-3. And the loss could be attributed to a thigh injury. But Nadal did not want to talk about it during the press conference. However, it was Ferrer's day and he will meet Scotsman Andy Murray in the semi-final. This after Murray defeated Alexander Dolgopolov in 7-5, 6-3, 6-7 and 6-3. In the women's draw, Vera Zvonareva will meet Mom Kim Clijsters. That is after both scored straight set wins in their quarter-final. The other matchups in today's semi-final involve world number 1 Caroline Wozniacki, who will face the Chinese onslaught by way of Li Na. Asians, of course, are hoping for an upset, and so would Serena Williams. While at 7:30 Melbourne time, Novak Djokovic goes up against world number 2 Roger Federer. No, Federer will not dethrone Nadal as world number 1, even if he wins the title. Still on tennis, the story of the other comeback mom, Justine Henin. She has for the second time announced her retirement from the game. This time, it seems to be for good. The Belgian said on her website that her elbow had been damaged during the Australian Open and doctors had diagnosed that her elbow is too fragile for her to continue playing competitively. Well, happy retirement then. See you again maybe, Justine? Next to football, the second leg of the Carling Cup Semifinal between Birmingham and West Ham. The Hammers held a 2-1 advantage and seemed to have booked their berth to the final when Carlton Cole made it 3-1 in aggregate in the 31st minute. Alex McLeish must have put something in Birmingham's tea as the boys came back with 2 goals in the second half, then eventually netted their Wembley ticket in extra time through Craig Gardner and go through on a 4-3 aggregate. Yup, the away goals rule does not apply in England's domestic league. Birmingham will appear in their first major Wembley final in 55 years and will face the Arsenal on February 27th. Meanwhile, after Andy Gray's sacking as Sky TV's football commentator over the leaked sexist remarks, his partner in crime, well, in more ways than one, has resigned as its presenter. Despite his public apology, Richard Keys, whom I admire as a presenter, has decided to call it a day. Keezy, as he fondly is called, said, quote, "Going forward without Andy would have been almost impossible," unquote. Keezy also mentioned earlier that, quote again, "dark forces had been at work in preventing him from making amends," unquote. So, join the online movement, Keezy, and we'll show them the true power of the force. Moving swiftly to golf, Tiger Woods begins his 2011 campaign today in the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines. A very significant cause for Woods, as this is the first time he's been back to Torrey Pines since winning the 2008 US Open that was held there. Woods has been dropped to 3rd in the rankings behind Lee Westwood and Martin Kaymer. Woods tees off today. In the first 2 rounds, he will play alongside Rocco Mediate, who lost to him in the absorbing 19-hole playoff at the US Open in 2008, when Woods defied a serious knee injury to win his 14th major title. I believe the boy's back. I said back. Come on. And finally, the murmurs of what's happening in Formula One during the off-season has turned to a feverish buzz as teams get ready to show off the machines for the 2011 season. And as in any unveiling during this pre-season preparation, focus is always on one team, the red team, Ferrari. The Maranello outfit will reveal their 2011 car tomorrow, and it will be named the F-150 meetings, or F-150, to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Italy's unification. Besides that, there's a lot to look forward to this season in F1. Pirelli are the new tyre sponsors. Most teams have confirmed their driver lineup, though there are still some moving and shifting going on. Then there's the ongoing dispute between Lotus Renault GP and Team Lotus, as there just might be 2 Lotuses on the starting grid because the courts will only hear their case at the end of March. Bernie Ecclestone doesn't care as long as they pay the cover charge. No cover charge here, so join me again tomorrow at Hoohaa.my. Bye for now.